There's boundlessness. But it isn't my boundlessness, it's just boundlessness. All there is in this room is boundlessness, but that which is contracted comes and says to the boundless, I feel contracted. And the boundless says, well, you don't need to, it's an illusion. Now, it's possible that in some way or other, those words can dislodge an idea about being someone, but also the most powerful thing that's going on right now is that contracted energy can simply melt into the whole. But it doesn't have to be at a meeting, it can be down at the bus stop in Vienna. It doesn't, because everything is only the boundless already. And when in the meeting I say to people, or this says to people, look, there is only the beloved. The beloved is speaking to you right now. The way you sit, what you feel, what you hear is the beloved. It's never left you. So you don't need to go anywhere to find it. That's amazing. And sometimes something resonates with it. There's a resonance. Oh, so it's not after I've meditated or purified my mind or done self-inquiry. It's none of those things. It's here already. It never left. I've been rushing around looking for it. And it's here. That's amazing.
It makes me angry to hear you saying this, because I just
yes, it makes a lot of people angry.
Yes.
Lots of people get very angry about this message, and a lot of teachers or parent teachers who try to help people do not like this message at all. I think it's not compassionate. It's so sweet. It has no compassion. It's the only compassion. The only compassion there is that which destroys the illusion of separation, of imprisonment. That's the only compassion. That leaves freedom, unconditional love. But it does make people angry. It makes me angry, because me feels impotent.
Yes, this is what I'm feeling.
Yeah! Absolutely.
Yes, it feels like as if you are on an island over there, and I am on an island over here.
No, fine.
And I just can go to your island, and this makes me angry. This is like a promise of paradise, but I can't go over there to you, so this, yes.
No, absolutely. But strangely enough, it's interesting you put it like that, because there isn't an island here, there is only paradise. There isn't anything here, there's only paradise. This is paradise.
But how does it come that I don't feel like this?
Because you're looking for it. You're trying to find something. You live in a subject-object reality. It's a dreamt reality in which you're the subject and everything else is an object that's separate. So you then objectify liberation. Oh, I want to find it. It's a thing I can find. Tony Parsons has found it. I haven't actually. But Tony Parsons, so I can find it. It's an object that I can find. Never. It's not an object because it's everything already. So for the seeker, that which it seeks hides from it, from the seeker, by already being everything. Can't be found because how can it be found if it's everything already? How can you find it if it's everything? The Open Secret is a lovely a lovely title, because what we talk about is hidden. It can't be known at all, and yet everything is that. So it's open because it's everything, and it's hidden, it's secret because it can't be known. It can't be taught, it can't be known, it can't be understood, it can't be grasped or owned by anyone.
So it seems hidden.
Why does it seem
hidden?
Hidden. It's hidden from that which looks for it. All the time in the individual, as the individual takes form, so a sense of separation seems to happen, and directly separation seems to happen. It's only an appearance of energy, appearing to be separate. There's nothing right or wrong with it. But the feeling of being an individual in a separate subject-object reality creates a seeking for wholeness, or beingness, or whatever you like, or freedom. And that seeking for the freedom can never be resolved, because the freedom it looks for is already everything. And the problem for the seeker is that they look for an object called fulfillment, and there is no such thing. There's no such thing as an object called fulfillment. Everything already is fulfillment. So in that sense, when there's something that's looking for freedom, freedom seems to hide from that which is looking for it by being already everything.
Yeah.
It's not a something, it is everything. So as far as secret is concerned, any idea that this could be taught, that in some way or other you can be taught to find everything, is ludicrous.
So
this is not a teaching.
So there is no way to put an end to separation.
Of course not, and of course the other thing about it is that separation is only an illusion anyway. So when it suddenly is no more, there's a recognition that it never was real. It's a joke. This is the big joke. But it's not very funny for me.
No, not at all.
So God is a comedian with an audience that never laughs.
What the word non-dual, what is the meaning of life?
Oh, life divinely and wonderfully has absolutely no meaning of any kind. It's only me that wants to find a meaning so that it can find a direction towards somewhere it's looking for. There's no meaning or purpose to any of this. It doesn't need a meaning or purpose. It already is fulfilled. So it doesn't need to go anywhere else or change in order to find fulfillment. Everything is already fulfilled. The only thing that arises in that is an illusory self that feels that it isn't fulfilled.
It doesn't arise the idea that there is something after death or reincarnation, these things.
What is after death is what was there before death. Everything. Nothing and everything. That's all there is. But for me, the problem for me is that it lives in the illusion that what there is a something else itself and something else which seems real to it. There's no way that me can see or comprehend the idea that everything is real and unreal.
You say that lot of people, lot of masters say that the world is an illusion.
Yeah. It's not an illusion. The only illusion there is that which is experienced by me. The only illusion there is in the whole of this is the illusion of separation. I am an identity in here, and I'm separate from everything. That's the only illusion. Everything else is simply what it is.
What is love?
Well, again, it can't be known or described. The experience of me to do with what it calls love is a need love. It needs to love and be loved. It needs to be loved.
Yeah, it has to do with the relationship, the love.
Well, or anything, mainly with people. But unconditional love, which is the only love there is indescribable and all-embracing. That's the nearest I can get to it. When the me collapses, when the illusion of me is no more, the love, the unconditional love that is there is so apparent that it's immeasurable.
It has nothing to do with the feeling.
Not at all, no. And it's in everything. It's in this floor, it's in the walls, it's everywhere. When there is no one, it's absolutely apparent that that table is unconditional love tabling. So there's no longer anywhere where you can find love. Everything is that. For no one.
Yes. Yeah, often in this meeting there is the feeling that what you say cannot be understood.
No.
It's not something about logic, thinking about intellectual.
It's very sweet, it was very lovely. Funny enough, here in Munich, at the last meeting, a woman over there asked the question, doesn't matter what the question is, and there was an answer here. And she then said, it doesn't make sense. And I said, absolutely. This doesn't make sense. It's about a paradox. It's about a mystery. It can't be understood.
And it has nothing to do with what one does in life, about nothing to do with the job, or with the family.
That's a dream.
That's a dream. So everywhere, every time there is just this.
Well, there is no every time. There is just what is and is not. And that is timeless. It's the infinite. It's the absolute relative. It's not the absolute, it's the absolute relative. It's the formless form.
Okay, thank you, Tony.
Thank you, thank you.
So if there's nothing to gain or to look for, or when you let go of everything...
No, you don't let go of it.
No. But if you just are, so...
You aren't.
No, that's the trouble, you aren't. You are that which wants to be are.
Je kunt stoppen.
So...
It's hopeless.
Yeah. But the thing is that I need to eat and I have to earn money. But if there is no longing to gain anything, or how do you do that?
The biggest thing with this, with what's going on here, is that basically people want to be guided or taught how to find something for themselves. Spiritual seeking is just another form of materialism. Spiritual seeking is only grasping something for the me. What's being suggested here is that there's something beyond that, which can't be grasped, which can't be taught, which can't be shared, which can't even be given.
But we need to earn money.
Well, you don't really. But, well, you do need to earn money to come to my meetings. That's very important.
Ik ga geen antwoord krijgen.
I have to say to all of that all there is what happens. There is no one that can choose to earn money. Nobody's ever chosen to earn money, because the whole idea that there is someone with free will and choice is an illusion. Earning money happens or it doesn't. If it doesn't happen, you just don't come to my meetings. I don't want the rabble coming to my meetings who haven't got any money. Oh, no, I'm just...
So this is interesting, because there is this, what you are talking about, and at the same time, we need to live. We have a life to live.
Well, you think you need to live.
I have to go home, or I want to go home, or I'm going home, and there's a way I need to go home.
Okay, so is it possible that you won't be
do.
going home? Is it possible there's no one sitting there? Is it possible that actually that will get up and walk out of here and get in a car and go home, and there won't be anybody doing it? It'll just be what's happening. Mm-hmm. That's what's happening in this room right now. There isn't anybody in here. There's nobody sitting here, fidgeting or sitting here and thinking what a load of crap this is. All there is in this room is what's happening.
So
there's just what's happening, sitting on a seat, hearing noises, feeling warm. Nobody's doing it.
And at the same time...
Het is echt leuk.
Yeah, quit while you're ahead. Yeah.
Je kan stoppen.
In your introduction, you were referring to, you made a distinction which caught my interest. And that is, you're talking about freedom. It's something different from clarity. And I would like you to talk a little bit more
So
about
clarity is an understanding or comprehension of a construct. You can be clear, understand how to build a motor car engine, or you could be clear about the open secret message, which tries to describe or expose the illusion of the idea that there is a seeker who can find something else through its own effort called enlightenment. You could understand that. That's clarity, that's understanding that the open secret is saying that that is an illusion and why and how that illusion comes about because of what I described in my introduction. That's an understanding. I know dozens of people who come to my meetings who could write this down for you in 2 minutes. They understand it, but they are still a me now with an understanding that me is an illusion. That is not freedom, that's still a concept. It's just words. It's just an idea. Freedom isn't about an idea. It's not about the release of a thought or an idea or a change of a belief system. It's about an energetic shift, or an apparently energetic shift, out of a contracted sense of being separate into boundlessness. Nothing that's understood. No, a million concepts will never bring that about. It's energetic. Separation is an energetic, embodied, it's felt in the whole body. It comes and goes, every night it goes, but it's there a lot of the day. And that sense of being contracted and separate suddenly collapses. For no reason at all, of course. Because, of course, when that collapses, there's a recognition that that collapse was the end. That collapse of apparent seeking and apparent seeker is simply the end of something that was never happening.
Can the not you describe how it was that you became the not you? I mean, the former you that was
I didn't
contracted.
become anything. There was somebody called Tony Parsons who was a crap seeker. And always felt, when he was involved in self-inquiry, meditation, all those things, always felt somewhere that was missing the point. There was always a sense somewhere that what was really longed for was absolutely beyond Tony Parsons. It was about the death, the end. And this is about the death, the end of that energy of being me, being I, doing this, doing that. It's about the complete collapse of that. So Tony Parsons went along and did these things half-heartedly and didn't really believe in them. And then suddenly one day, there was no Tony Parsons. There was only what is.
So nothing,
very simple,
nothing
and it was
special
very
happened on that
ordinary.
day?
It wasn't blissful. It was very simple, very ordinary, but very free. Everything was free. The carpets were free. The sky was free. Bodies were free. There was just that. What is? It can't be described. It's falling in love, but nobody falls in love. It's just falling in love with this. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it.
So there was a kind of surrender, I guess.
No.
No, nothing. No.
There always has to be something. Me always has. Oh, it's surrender. No, it's acceptance. No, it's self-inquiry. It's discovering who you are. Oh, for God's sake, it's got nothing to do with me. That thing that wants an answer just dies. And what's left? Everything. And I just want to say to you that, this can't be described. We're trying to share concepts about something that's beyond understanding. But the only thing about this is that we're talking about something called what is. All there is what is. And it doesn't matter where you go, what you listen to, or what you do. You can go anywhere you like, and you can never, ever escape from what is, because all there is, all the time, is what is, being what it is. So what you long for has never come and never gone away. What you long for will never, ever leave you. It constantly speaks to you. Thank you.